elevated up above the brush. And if you're bringing your own wood, which is cedar wood, or you chop up firewood, if you happen to run out of wood, you can either pack it away or you can disperse it throughout the camp. Just please do not create a big dry stack of firewood within that camp, so we aren't creating a fire hazard on that brush. Let's see, things that go in your fire pan. Wood, charcoal, paper, plastic, all that good stuff. Please don't burn plastics or metals because that's extremely toxic, and if it's on this paper, someone's done it before. Let's see, you can also burn your grease. Grease is fine to burn. You can also pack it out. That's your choice, whatever you want to do with grease. Just
don't burn grease in a pop-up.
Grease bomb! Grease bomb!
Grease bomb! Grease bombs are fun. I really like
the bacon bomb. It does land on the fire.
I got a grease bomb story later.
Sorry. Yeah, no, grease is your choice as long as it does not go in the water. Detergents also do not go in the water. That causes algae spawns, so your toothpaste is going to get spit out above high water mark. Your dishwater and your soap, that is going to get strained or dumped at high water mark as well. That's part of the reason you have that strainer. So that's all the good stuff. The things that can go in the river is unfinished drinks, so your beer and your pee. Those are the two things that can go in the water. Your number two is going to go in your groovers. Please don't poop in the water. We had a kid do that like 4 days ago now. It was gross. And is that everything on front of us? I think it is. Oh yeah. So we had a river patrol. We had a river patrol go out like 4 days ago now, and they're down at. Last I heard from them, they were at Rock Island. So you guys shouldn't have many problems with like seeing trash and things. But if you do see trash, please make sure to pick it up and be mindful of debris in the river right now. In between Ramshorn and Velvet Falls, the Ramshorn Bridge had a bit of a collapse last year. Nothing too major, just the whole bridge fell.
Got fished out twice?
What?
Got fished out twice?
Yes, got fished out twice. Got blown out twice. And we've had people working on that. The Health Rich boat that launched this morning, that was a contractor that we have hired to help us work on it. And he should be out there cleaning up debris and doing the bridge crap right now. But as you go in between Ramshorn and Velvet, keep an eye out for that debris. If you see any wood, feel free to pull it out of the water. And please hug the right wall, because if your raft tears, there's not much we can do, and our river patrol really does not want to go out to like White Creek or something to fix a patch in a raft, because that's really, really hard to do. So
where'd you say the degree of concern is?
In between Ramshorn and Velvet Falls.
Stick right?
Yeah, stick right when you're in there. Specifically, the rapids at Ramshorn have been tearing boats, and we're suspect that it's either a plank that has broken or has a nail in it, or it's some exposed bedrock. We don't know what it is yet. We're just telling you. But yeah, so that's all that good, wonderful stuff. Wildlife-wise, most common thing you'll see wandering through your camp is a very curious deer or elk. Just keep in mind that it is spawning and calving season, so that if they're wandering through and they've got a little baby with them, that automatically makes it like 250% more dangerous. And you should just be very loud and stay away from them, because they will charge at you. They don't give a shit. Other than that, I mean, the deer and elk, they're pretty wary of people. Sometimes they'll sit there and watch you through a tree because they're just about as curious as you are about them. Be loud, be active. Just don't approach them. Don't make sudden movements. Things that can startle them, things that can get you hurt. Same with bears. We haven't had a bear sighting in the last week, but they're out there and they've got cubs. So be mindful of those female not grizzlies, oh god. Be mindful of those female black bears. The only time you'll ever see a black bear get territorial and aggressive is if it has cubs. But just like the deer, they're very wary of people. So if you're loud, you're active, and you're aware of your surroundings, they will not bug you, they will stay away from you, even more so than the deer and the elk. As you go into the lower canyon, the bighorn sheep down there are a bit more social than the rest of the animals. So you might have a crew of bighorn just go wandering through your camp, things like that. Just if they approach you, or if they decide to wander through your camp, because the bighorn down there don't care that much, don't make sudden movements. Sudden movements is how you get hurt. Speak softly. If a sheep happens to approach you, they're usually they're about 100% of the time they're doing that because they're very curious about you. So again, if you just don't make any sudden movements, if you speak softly, you just kind of slowly back away, they will not attack you, and they'll kind of get the message and just leave you alone. Just be mindful of those situations that can take place. The male bighorns are the ones who can get a little bit aggressive. Normally if they charge at you, it will be a bluff. They just want you to get the hell out. In situations like that, I mean, that's when you get loud, that's when you get big, right? So just know the measures to take with those more social animals like the sheep, and as you go on hikes through like the grassies or wherever you go, watch out for rattlesnakes. They like tall grass and shaded areas. It's getting to the time of year where they like to chill outside, and they come out of their little hidey holes. And for the whole trip, watch out for ticks. Ticks really like sagebrush out here, so stay away from the sagebrush if you can. And if you get a tick bite, don't burn it, just tweezers, neck, pull. If you burn the tick, you're gonna put it into shock and it'll drop all of that wonderful, wonderful crap into your system, and you'll get Rocky Mountain fever on the Salmon River, and there is no help on the Salmon River. Well, if you go flying bee, then you can creek baby. Let's see. When you go to archaeological sites, same law applies as if it was a historical landmark, so please, please, please do not touch the pictographs, do not go in the structures, don't set fire near any of it, good God, and don't take any artifacts, please. Our archaeological department here is very strict, and not only will they kick our ass, they'll track you down and they'll levy fines. So just keep that in mind. Weather-wise, it's a gorgeous day. It's probably going to rain. And when you go to Cache Bar, expect 30 minutes to an hour and a half at Cache Bar to see humanity there. 30 minutes to an hour and a half to get your turn at Cache Bar. And I mean, move with a purpose. Move with a purpose, work with people, and when you get your stuff out, you're probably going to want to leave Cache Bar anyway, so please leave Cache Bar. Road out of Cache Bar is like, I think it's like 29 miles to the highway, and that's 30 minutes to Salmon. So, yeah, that's everything we got for you.
And there's no jet boats on the section.
There's no jet boats on this section. Yep, just sweet boats. We do not have jet boats in the Frank Church. So.
And if a sweet boat is coming up behind you, pull over for Nettie if you can. Let it go
Yes, if a sweet boat is coming up behind you, please let the sweet boat pass. We have some groups who are really headstrong about not letting sweet boats pass them, or even letting sweet boats go down the ramp, but they are twice your size, and if you don't let them pass, they'll just run you over because they don't have much of a choice once the sweet boat is going. So that's everything we got.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're in the office. We got a smoking bear for you, dude.
Woo!
Dude, go get one.
Yeah. So we got to put these in.